Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have the new Quasar ACCEL Synchro build. So this is something I tested on live streaming on Monday, so now I think we have the final version. It is a nice version for all the people that didn't want to use Formula Synchron for their ACCEL Synchros. It's a pure STARDUST Synchron version, so no other archetypes involved. I'm talking about Machina or anything like that. So we only have STARDUST stuff, and as you may have seen from the thumbnail, the beauty of this is that you can literally achieve both Crystal Wing and Trishula, summoned of course during your opponent's turn, on the same board. So as you will see in the replays and in the combos, you basically hand the turn with the Crystal Wing already in the field, plus 3 monsters, that one of them of course being able to ACCEL Synchro that can summon Trishula during your opponent's turn. So you have a negation plus banish tree. That's insane. And you actually have also another card that might be even a back row, of course, anything that can help you go through your opponent's turn. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Yusei, of course, and the skill is a bond eliminate the future. So we have this, as you can see, and there is a core that you have to respect, and especially the extra deck is really tight, but it has to be this. I'm really craving for some more slots, and these decks can become so much better once that we have more slots for the extra deck. But yeah, what's good about this is that you kind of have a lot of space for your combos, and the new edition, the Sorrow Cat, kind of gives you durability. Like, you have more ways to go on a long duel, because Sorrow Cat can literally take one of your monsters from your extra deck and make it from your graveyard and make it come back to the extra deck. So this means potentially, and I'm not sure about your probable cities in a replay, this means you can literally make your Crystal Wing come back to the extra deck from the graveyard and summon it back again. So that's really nice. This Surrogate is very good, and I wish actually we'd have another slot just to play another one of this, because playing another one would be very good and actually useful, a couple of them. But we do not have enough room for this. So this is the build, and so the core about this is literally these 9 monsters. So unfortunately, guys, for all the people that did not buy Distractor, Junk Converter is fundamental in order to have the ideal combo. So to have both Crystal Wing and Trishula on the same field, because this boy is what enables you to have both of them. You need a D-Junk Synchron Normal Summon, a couple of Jet Synchron, and Synchron Carrier. Of course, guys, I'm not gonna go through the combo. You're gonna see it in replays more and more, actually multiple times. So basically, what I want to tell you is that apart from a couple of Synchro Overtake and a couple of Tuning, I decided to play 3. All the rest is just staple. What I meant is, you can literally play this. Like, you have 6, even more, like, even if you want to just play 2 and 2, right? You literally have 7 slots that you can play whatever you want. You can play Effect Failure, you can play Entrap, other genetic Entraps, you can play limited 3 drop cards, because you can, as we're not playing any limited 3, you can play limited 2, so there's a lot of room to this, to actually play it whatever the meta is. So this can be really adaptive, you know. This is what I decided to build. Like, I wanted to be a little bit of, I wanted to have a little bit of versatility. Like, I'm playing all quick play spells because guess what? This deck struggles going second, not first, because of course if this is interrupted, you're gonna have hard times. Of course, thanks to Synchro Overtake, and of course thanks to Jet Synchron being summonable from the graveyard, you kinda have more plays to go with. Not gonna lie, you can do more stuff, that's for sure, but of course, if you have to face 3 interruptions and they're they are well timed, you know, you could have trouble, so you have to use card going first. And we have Forbidden Lands for back rows, Book of Moons and Chalices for monsters that could be a problem. But again, guys, you can use DD Crows, you can use even Dark Hole. So, you know, I usually never suggested that, but actually Dark Hole could be interesting for this, as you need an outgoing second. While going first, you're sitting on a negation plus a banish tree plus usually a back row, so you're chilling. Anyway, guys, that's all for the explanation. For the actual deck, guys, you have the classic guys, the Quasar and the Stardust Dragon, of course, the Crystal Wing as one of the best negation in the game, plus destruction, plus literally indestructible by battle against monsters that have levels. Then you have, of course, our boy Trishula. Junk Warrior, he's here just for the Synchro Overtake. Actually, if you don't have Synchro Overtake, get rid of the Junk Warrior and play 2 Scarred Warrior, trust me. Just because sometimes you're gonna have the Samsara Sorrow Cat, but you can't summon the level 5 because Junk Warrior requires Junk Synchron. So if you do not have Synchro Overtake, just play double Scarred Warrior. Then we have the Stardust Charge Warrior that is crucial for your Trishula summon, and it also gives you a draw, so it's very nice. And the Scarred Warrior, of course, and the Sorrow Cat. Very nice, double ACCEL Synchro like, because this guy can of course special summon itself, plus recycle a monster from the graveyard. Very nice. That's all for the explanation, guys. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them, and we can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay, we have some replays from KC Cup, some replays from the Legend rank, so it's us to go first, and that's where this deck does its best. So you usually want to have the Jet Synchron Engrave plus the Junk Converter Engrave, and these 2 guys in hand for the full combo. And you have different ways to do it. As you can see, we can just search another Jet Synchron in order to use the skill and have everything. Then Synchro Chase, of course, you start with Synchron Carrier that enables another normal summon with Junk Synchron, and with Junk Synchron you want to get back the Junk Converter. So then you proceed first Synchro Summon into Scarred Warrior. Now keep in mind, guys, right here that you do not want to use Synchro Chase for your first Synchro Summon. So when you summon Scarred Warrior, you just want to use the effect of Synchron Carrier to summon a token, and the effect of Junk Converter in the graveyard to summon Jet Synchron. There you go, as you can see, token plus Junk Converter bringing back Jet Synchron. At this point, you proceed with the Jet Synchron and one of the tokens to go into Samsara Sorrow Cat. And then before doing anything, you first use Jet Synchron's effect to discard a card in your hand to go for his special summon. So you do not use the effect of Jet Synchron to search at all, actually almost never. And after that, you go first into Stardust Charge Warrior to draw a card, and now you use Synchro Chase. So with Synchro Chase you bring back the level 5 and you draw a card. Then level 5 plus Sorrow Cat into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Your negation is ready, but now here comes the spice. You can use Sorrow Cat's effect to return the Scarred Warrior back into the extra deck and special summon it back on the field. So now you have, this is, of course we drew a card, we were lucky to get the Forbidden Lands, and so we're chilling now. So what you have now at the end of your turn 1 is a Crystal Wing that can negate a monster effect and destroy it, plus 6 plus 3 plus 2 equals 9. This is ACCEL Synchro because during your opponent's man phase, these can Synchro summon. And of course, 11 is Trishula. So as you can see right there, we got of course a classic Tachyon Dragon Enjoyer. At least until the end of the KC Cup. And we have Nebula Dragon to begin with, Starlight Seaford, right? And then we didn't, actually I went for the negation here, I wanted to pop it, and so he's got no search, even though he's got that on in the graveyard, because, you know, we don't want to negate Nebula. I'm gonna explain you why, because you want your opponent to have triple monsters on the field, so you banish 3 with Trishula. That's the plan, right? So it's got Tachyon Dragon Domination, it's got, I guess he already has the counter trap if he had added the rank of Magic Force. So it's got Nebula Dragon, then Galactic Spiral Dragon, there you go. At this point, 3 monsters on the field, toggle on ACCEL Synchro into Trishula that can just negate 3, and he's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys, we have Shiranuis. And it still has to go first, so we have tons of searches, so we're chilling. Junk Converter to get the Jet Synchron, the skill to get, of course, the Synchron Carrier, plus the Synchro Overtake to get the last piece of the combo, that is, of course, Junk Synchron, of course, in your hand, not special summon. There you go, we got Synchron Carrier to begin with, of course, additional normal summon, bringing back Junk Converter. You know where this is going, right? Here, though, guys, I made a mistake. I set the Book of Moon because I was annoyed by the message, the prompt that wanted me to activate it, so I set it, and this was a mistake, because if you set this, we have no cards to discard in order to go for Jet Synchron Special Summon. So that is a problem, of course, and so once I went through that, so this is a misplay, as you can see. I went into Sorrow card first, and then Jet Synchron to get the in this. So because I had no cards to draw, I decided to use the second effect of Jet Synchron to add a Junk Synchron for the next turn, so that we have follow up. At this point, I just stayed there. I was sitting on my Crystal Wing, plus I have Book of Moon eventually. He started with Spirit Monster that I had to negate in order to not be destroyed. So then he can use the skill, of course, he's gonna have tons of stuff, but you have the Book of Moon we're sitting on, so we should be kinda chilling, unless he has anti-backross that Shiranui usually do not play. So he's going into Vampire Sucker, then Squire to summon the level 3 Book of Moon, of course, on the level 3, so he can't do nothing. Triple Sat plus Supremacy. So not the best thing, actually, because I don't know why he didn't use. I mean, I think he could have used the skill to send that, but maybe he was missing something. I don't know what, though. So we got Junk Synchron here to go into Junk Converter. He used the Mischief of the Gnomes in order to change the level, but guess what? Too late, because this guy was already summoned, so it was not affected. So we literally are not affected. He's got the Shiranui to affect the Shiranui trap to get no damage. So we're just going into Junk Warrior plus Synchro Chase and Junk Converter's effect. At this point, we want to have level 1 plus level 2. Why? Guess who's coming here? Is coming Trishula to banish everything, as you can see. It's got Crackdown, but we don't care because the effect is not gonna be negated. We grabbed another monster there, banishing everything. My boy is coming back. Sorrow Cat here to come back from the graveyard, as you can see, to have another. So did you see what we do? What we did here? We used Sorrow Cat's effect to make Crystal Wing come back to the extra deck. The level 5 was already on the field, so once we special summon this, we can summon the Crystal Wing back again on the field. So we're sitting on a lens, we're sitting on a negation. It's got nothing to do, my boys. So this is how cool can it be to summon the Crystal Wing back. I simply love it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys. This should be a Kizzy Cup as well. Not sure though. It's still us going first. We have tuning to begin with, and we milled. I was playing Ice Dragon Prison, guys, but you can play what you want, literally. Whatever makes you feel more confident against the meta you're facing at the moment. So if you're facing, for example, more Tachyon, you know, you can just go into just Book of Moon if you go first, or even Darkhold can be something nice against Tachyon. If you're facing Shiranui, you can go into DD Crow, so you know, it depends. So we have all the pieces here, so as usual, nothing different, usual combo, just the same literally, to go into Crystal Wing, plus of course the setup for Trishula. We drew a Junk Converter this time, not the best thing, but still. I don't know why, guys, don't ask me why I had all in attack position, it was just labeling at this point, but I get this thing. It's got 1 for 1, so this is a zombie deck, pure zombie deck, right? He's using Glow Up a Bloom to summon something, to grab something, but Crystal Wing says no thank you. Once he summoned the monster, he's got a Gozuki. As soon as I saw that, I went straight away for Trishula because I wanted to banish the zombie ward and the Gozuki, so he's got actually also the Green Kuribo has got nothing, and he's scooped. So keep in mind, if you time correctly, correctly the Trishula summons, there are really very few cases in which your opponent can still recover from a banished tree. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we got another Shiranui. So, and we have the full combo again, as you can see, and it's gonna happen very likely, guys, especially if you play 3 tuning into Synchro Overtake. You just have like everything usually, so this is very consistent, and you can decide to play more back row in order to go. Did I misplay something? No, I did everything good. So as you can see, we got the combo, plus we got Synchro Overtake. I used that straight away to have follow-up for next turn, so we're kind of chilling right here. He's got the Book of Moon to begin with, unfortunately, on the Crystal Wing, but that's fine, actually, right? Like, I'm not sure he expected this to be ACCEL Synchro, because people do not raid. Yu-Gi-Oh players do not raid, so people usually do not expect this to be ACCEL Synchro. So he's got the Spectre's Bow to begin with, then he's got another summon, Squire, and at this point we know what to do. We have to banish the 2 set cards and this guy that can special summon the boys from the banished section. So there you go, Trishula hitting the double back rows plus the Spectre Shade. He attacks that, but he can't do nothing literally because he has enough defense. So at this point we can just go into Stardust Dragon with Junk Synchron. You know, it's a 1-card Junk Synchron. I decided to pop it so to make sure that we had actually lethal there, and he just scooped. Like, you can't do nothing at this point. Again, guys, a well-timed Trishula is hard to recover. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, guys, we have not the best combo here, because as you can see, we got a couple of steeples more, but we can still do something because of course we used that to get Junk Synchron, and I decided to go into the class. I mean, you have the classic build here, like you have a way to even if you break, like, but there's not really a break, because if you do not have the ideal full combo, you're gonna sit on a Crystal Wing plus a couple of back rows, so I don't think it's that bad, right? So we got the Sorrow-Cat already in the grave. I decided to go with that so that we are ready for next turn in case we need to summon him, and a couple of back rows. Also play, I did that not only to get the Sorrow-Cat in the grave, but also to use the effect of Jet Synchron and grab a Junk Synchron for next turn, so keep in mind that. He's got that to pop it, the Desperado to pop me. I went with Forbidden Lands, but he's got also the Cross Domination, so we were kind of unlucky. He's got the Starfire effect to special summon another monster. Charlie says no thank you. And you can still go into the link to grab another magical musket stuff. I negated, but of course it was negated. I just was tired of the prompt. So he's got a card set, and we know he's got a Desperado in hand. But we have the full combo here, right? So we started with Junk Synchron at that point. He's got the back to the front to summon that boy, and then he used the effect of Desperado to pop the Junk Synchron. That might be not that much of an issue. So as you will see here, the power of Sorrow-Cat, right, that gives you more plays. He summoned that boy, but then Sorrow-Cat comes back, and we have a level 2, so we can go into Scarred Warrior that we made come back to the extra deck. Keep in mind, if we didn't make this come back to the extra deck, we could have done nothing. You know why? Because Junk Warrior can be summoned only with Junk Synchron, right? So now we Sorrow-Cat. So we got that. Of course, Synchro Chase plus Junk Converter give us access to everything we want. Again, we got Stardust Dragon coming here, so you know what this means. We can go all the way into the boy, but first, first we summon Stardust Dragon, so if we use the skill, we have access to Quasar, right? But you know what? Before Quasar, let me just bring back my Jet Synchron, go into Trishula, banish the 3 boys there, and then going to a Bonds, eliminate the future. At this point, we're just going into Quasar. He knows, he scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, I just realized I have no replays going second. I'm sorry for that, but literally there are plays like this. Of course, you have TRISHULA going set up in a second moment, because as you can see, you have different ways to bring that out. But I wanted to keep in mind that the second turn is usually just a matter of staples. It's a matter of having the crucial staples, the important staples you need. Like, what I mean with this is, if you're playing against back rows, you have to hope to draw the Forbidden Lands. If you're playing against Monsters Effect, you need to hope to draw either Book of Moon or Chalice. There's nothing new to that. So second turn is usually up to the staples you draw. Nothing more than that. And of course, to your opponent knowing when to stop you, because keep in mind that if, as you will see right there, as you would have seen, as you could have seen in this duel, if you pop Junk Synchron, you're not sure you have stopped this deck. We can have Synchro Overtake, we can have Sorrow Cut from the Grave, so we have some place to go through. Of course, against Stagion is gonna be tough. Of course, against Shiranui is gonna be tough. But you have plays, you have stuff to do with, and this is just another version that features ACCEL Synchro, no Formula Synchro, but with Sorrow Card. It's a very nice addition. I simply love it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know if you prefer this one or the Formula Synchro one. I'm gonna experiment even more, but not for now. This is gonna be, I think, the last video before the KC Cup. Guys, we're gonna see tomorrow with the start of the series of streaming, starting from the Friday evening. So we're gonna have tons of streaming. I think, I'm gonna tell you this, I think I found the deck I'm gonna stick to for the second stage. I had some test off screen, and I think I have tested it. I need to play. I had a couple of duels. It was wonderful, and I think I found a way. Of course, you're gonna see this on Friday evening, so stay tuned for those, guys. Don't forget, we're starting. Of course, join the Discord to know where I'm gonna be streaming. I always give message there. So, guys, again, sorry for taking too much of your time. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.